What's up, Internet? We are here in the town, kind of really late. And this time it's not just because I'm someone who doesn't have any time and is also a lazy git, but also for a specific reason. Apparently there's a bug that's only available after 11 p.m. So that's our mission today. We're going bug hunting. Poor Pete. He's venting on the notice board, passive-aggressively. Anyway, let's go find ourselves a bug. If we can find that, I think we can call it a day, because that's really all we can do right now. Like I said, I looked up a list of like the bugs and fish that were missing, and well, this is the only thing that's available around this time frame. But also, we kind of needed an excuse just to be available this late, because there's just nothing else going on. Hey, Pearl's up. That's pretty cool. Let's talk with her. She'll be our late night buddy. Late night buddy Pearl. I like practicals. Aw, she likes when I come and see her. That just makes my day. Alright, so let's keep looking. I believe what we're looking for is the giant stag beetle, I believe is what the name of it is. And it's a pretty rare beetle from what I can tell. So we're going to try and avoid running at all possible, because we just don't want to scare it away. If it's going to be hard to find, limiting the numbers of times we fail to catch it when it's available would be to our advantage. So we're just gonna... That's a drone beetle, no one cares. I'm just gonna ignore, like, digging up treasure and stuff, because right now we've got one key mission, and we are going to do our best to get it. I think that's a flat stag. Yep. That's okay. That's okay. It's not the giant beetle we're looking for, but we'll get plenty more chances. Worst case scenario, we'll do this again like Sunday night or something. Some night where KK Slider isn't rocking out. But right now, we have got to find ourselves some proper beetles. Preferably while listening to some weirdly creepy music, Animal Crossing. Seriously, what is with this music? It's weird. I wonder if it's late enough that we'll run into Wisp. I think Wisp only shows up after 1 a.m. to like 3 or 4 a.m. though. Would it be neat if we ran into him? I've only run into him a couple times. He's actually not the most common person to run into. Because even if he does show up, you have to like find him and he's invisible until you get close enough. But he's a neat villager to talk to, although we don't have much use for him right now. Drone beetle. Where, oh where, is the beetle that we're looking for? Where, oh where could it be? Oh. It's a Denastid, but it's not what we're looking for. Alright. There'll be a few more bells for tomorrow, I suppose, but... Hey, Cookie's up. What's up, Cookie? Why are you up this late? I have been. I saw that, you know, Pete was upset he couldn't see fireworks. Actually, that might have been Copper, because he was on duty as well. I don't know. It's ambiguous, kinda. Actually, thinking about it, it makes more sense that it would be Copper that sends that. But either way, we must find the famed beetle. It's gotta be somewhere. Because I don't think this is a case of the information I find being wrong. I do believe there is a beetle that's only available this late at night. We just gotta find it. And understand that it's not a common one. So, where are you, Mr. Beetle? We're getting close to finishing that acre. That's pretty exciting. It's a saw stag, I believe. Yep. Ooh, we are running out of space in our inventory, though. I don't care for that much. That's a little bit of space, anyway. But where, oh, where? Oh, where, oh, where? Oh, where, oh, where? That's not what I want. No. Nope. No. There it is. 1,000 bells. Almost not worth the space in the inventory, but still, we will persevere. As we go and look for our beetle buddy, wherever he or she may be. Ah, Pearl's still whistling from when we made her happy. That's encouraging. I like when I make Pearl happy. There's not really any trees around the pond. Copper, have you seen any very large beetles we're trying to catch? Ones that I don't have yet specifically? Drone beetle. As we hear the train off in the distance, slowly scavenging around in the darkness to find our beetle buddy. Will we find him this day? Who knows? All we can do is keep trying and keep searching and hope. But there's like literally nothing else for us to do right now, so we kind of just have to do this. The nested beetle. What happened to our... Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, that's another beetle for us, but it's not the one we're looking for. But where, oh where, can our little insectoid friend be? Shh, he's sleeping. Let's leave Cube to sleep. He deserves that. There are plenty of villagers out there that don't. I will leave Cube alone, though. It's a saw stag. We have here carp, catfish, small bass, daffodil. Probably put all of these in our inventory just to make a little bit more space. But we still have to actually find the insect. That was a saw stag. That's also why we can't be running around all willy-nilly. We gotta be careful looking for this bug. Wherever it may be. I know I could just like scroll between like 4 individual screens just to get around faster, but I think it's more natural just to wander around. Seems about as equally successful at just randomly spawning stuff. You know what's really terrifying is we have to do this for like the banded dragonfly as well. But on the bright side, it's not only spawning after 11 p.m., so on the bright side, we can at the very least do this over the course of several days. Whereas this, there's not really much to do if we dedicate the time to do this after 11. There it is, I believe. I think that's it. Saw stag, dynastid, mountain stag. I think that's it. It's weird because in my notes I have it labeled as giant beetle, so I'm not sure, but I think this might be it. I might have to open up a tab and just make sure this is in fact what we're looking for. Is this the magical 11 p.m. beetle? If so, hooray! We don't have to do this again. We can do this at a time when stuff is open. Do you have this one? I don't know. Ah, nope, we have the mountain beetle. I'm gonna open up a tab anyway, just to check. Okay, so pop that open. Search that. Collectibles, bugs. Let's see, we want July. Or actually, we could just look up Bugs Animal Crossing. That works too. Yep, it's called Giant Beetle. Available July, August, 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. It's big and black, so it's still out there. So we must continue our search for the mysterious bug we have yet to catch, so that we can hopefully someday complete our bug list. I mean, even if we do get it, there will still be like 4 more bugs this month that we still need to find, but it's a proper step forward. Drone beetle. Is there anything around here? Yeah, there's Spike. Let's be careful. I don't know if anything spawns on the palm trees. I think that's a mountain beetle. Yeah, so that's not what we're looking for either. But we'll keep searching, because we know there's emphatically only one bug per screen, with the exception of fireflies and I believe the red dragonflies. Once we run into a beetle, whether it's what we're looking for or not, we know we can at least speed our progress throughout the acre up a little bit. Anyway, from there. Maybe we'll go check by the police station. There's a few more trees over there, I think. Unfortunately, this isn't like our other town, which has like that one spot that's just nothing but trees. There's another mountain stag. Might be able to go home and just drop a bunch of these on the floor, make a little bit more room. I know our house is currently a mess, but at least that'll give us a little bit more inventory space. Plus, we can sell these tomorrow. Let's go plunk these in our giant mess of a house. Let's start down here where we actually have at least a little space. Oh, those guys actually do need 2 spaces. That's not ideal for us, but still. The nice thing is these beetles are worth a lot of bells, so I'll make a mint just selling these. But they're not exactly what we're looking for, and we don't exactly have much of a use for bells at this point. Okay, so back to looking for the giant beetle. The giantest beetle this game will ever know. In hopes that we will in fact find it on this day. The day of beetle finding, as I have proclaimed it to be. Nothing ever really spawns on the Wishing Well map for some reason. Like, even weeds don't seem to spawn on that acre for some reason. Drone beetle. I mean, on the bright side, it means that we can strategize not going there for anything, but it's kind of strange. Not seeing much. Hello? What have we here? I do believe that's a giant beetle. Alright, well, our little treasure hunt is concluded, I guess. Hooray! We don't have to play from like 11 p.m. again. We can go back to 9 p.m. when I can actually at least go to Nooks. But we can still look around for beetles for a little bit, I guess. Blithers! Blithers, blizzard, 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 blizzards. Here you go. I got you a big beetle. You might be able to create priceless artwork if you gave him a paintbrush. Stag beetles are known to do that. Bleh. Overpriced cockroach? You have no respect for stag beetles. That is just... You are an asshole, Blithers. Stag beetles are awesome. Let's see where they put him. Yeah, we still got a beetle there. Oh, he's fighting with the mountain beetle. As they are known to do. It's kind of weird the rhinoceros beetle over there isn't actually combating things. They were known to do that as well. Through the similar means of the stag beetle. By basically just grappling whatever they were fighting against and flipping it. That's a big fish. Is that perhaps the must-have fish that I need right now? I believe that's the Arapaima. And if that is, that is the biggest fish in the game. Maybe not the rarest, but certainly the biggest. It's also one of the trickiest to catch this side of the coelacanth. Come on, fishy fish. Can't catch you from that angle. Damn it. Stupid fish. I think I hear a mosquito coming for us. You know, I am glad that mosquitoes can't interrupt, like, fishing, or else it would cost so many people good fish. Damn straight I just caught the biggest fish in the game. The Arapaima. And now, there are presently 3 fish we need this month. Including the pop-eyed goldfish, which we still haven't gotten, the snakehead, and the, what is it, the Arawina? Something like that? Something that was very close to the Arapaima in spelling. This is the biggest fish, Blithers. Today was a day of finding big things in nature. We found a giant beetle, we found a giant fish. Alright, that's 2 things off our list of bugs and fish we need. The thing gets like its own bloody tank to itself. It's so big from what I recall too. Where is it? Yeah, because it takes up an entire bloody tank by itself. I got that. Awesome. Let's just take a look at our lists in-game. So fish, we are presently needing 5, of which 3 are currently available to us. The pop-eyed goldfish, the arowana, and the giant snakehead. However, I believe all of those are like 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. fish, which means we're probably going to have to go to the other town to catch them. The other 2 that we're missing are the jellyfish, which can only be caught in August, and I believe the trout, which is either September or November. As for insects, we're missing a few still. Like 11. And of those 11, 4 can be caught right now. Although one of them is a year-round fish, year-round bug. We've never bothered getting ants because that requires us to talk to Joan, and we've never done that. We still need one of the cicadas, that banded dragonfly, which is going to prove to be one of the toughest insects in the game to get, a grasshopper, and of course the ants. And then we've got all the insects for this month. Now we can hold off on ants. That's easy enough. If we want to anyway. But some of the other ones are going to be a little bit trickier. Especially the banded dragonfly. Like, that one is kind of left to luck. But at the very least, we don't have to go hunting for the giant beetle anymore. Which means we don't have to do this at 11 at night when everything's closed. We can continue around 9 from here on out, when things are still kind of vaguely open. So that's a plus. Means we don't have to do this tomorrow when KK is going to be done, because I think he stops at 11 p.m. We can still enjoy his raw jams. Come on, Mr. Fishy Fish. Ah. I don't think we can get a snakehead right now, which would be exclusive to this screen. I think he stopped being available to you at 4 p.m. according to my notes. Got a catfish, though. But on the bright side, we can keep looking for bugs a little bit. I gotta say, though, you know, I was hoping to get a giant stag beetle today. That happened. That was great. Was not expecting to get the biggest fish in the game, though. That was unexpected, and pleasantly so. It's one less thing we gotta worry about if we want to properly complete our lists by the end of the year. That, and just the constant knowledge that I'm not behind to the point where I'd have to, like, loop the game around for a whole other year just to complete a list because I missed one bug or something. Unfortunately, some of them are just really bloody hard to find. Like, the pop-eyed goldfish is just wildly uncommon. And the banded dragonfly is not only hard to come by, but it dashes off screen the moment you come on board, so actually catching it's kind of a pain in the ass. But I mean, those are 2 more big headaches off the collect all the bugs and fish list to get all the gold things. And I mean, we've already got the perfect town, so, you know, we're slowly working our way there, slowly but steady. And we haven't screwed up yet. Provided we ignore all the times I failed to catch a coelacanth. How much inventory space do I have? Not a ton. But if we could fill it with expensive beetles, it wouldn't hurt my feelings any. Yeah, I'm just bitter that, you know, after I caught a bunch of coelacanth and put one in my house, despite the fact it takes up 2 squares, you can't put it on like a 2-square table. It can only go on the floor. I think that's a giant missed opportunity. I was gonna make like a giant, sort of almost James Bond-esque villain chamber with like a giant coelacanth tank on top of a fire pit for ambience. There's another giant beetle. I wonder if that has a bigger cage than everything else, or if it's just a one square. Something worth taking a look at, I suppose. Probably worth a fair bit. I know a lot of the stag beetles are worth about 2,000 bells. But I think there are a couple that are like 15,000. Ooh, let's get rid of that while we're here. I guess we'll go see. That's a cockroach. No one cares. It's not a stag beetle. It's not cool. Hey, devious knuckle. Alright, let's see if this thing has a bigger cage. Because I'm genuinely curious. That's a flat stag. I wish they'd make them a little bit more visually distinct. Nope. One square. I might keep this guy. He'll be my next pet. He'll live next to the hamster and the fish on my mantle. I don't think there's really any other fish or anything we can get off our list at this point, but we can still hunt for bugs for a few minutes, I guess. But I mean, the core value of what we were doing was just find the giant beetle so we don't have to worry about it later. And we did that. And as a nice bonus, we got the biggest fish in the game. 2 things off our list. Now the only thing I'm presently worrying about is that freaking stupid dragonfly. Oh, that thing sucks to catch. I swear, in my entire, like, Animal Crossing history, I've only caught the banded dragonfly 2 or 3 times, and they were always by, like, sheer luck. Like, it just happened to fly right in front of me while I was, like, trying to hit a villager with my net, or, like, it got caught on a wall or something. I don't think I ever actually, like, managed to hunt one down. And, I mean, I'll take my victories where I can get them, but still, that doesn't bode well for our ability to actually get it. I don't know what fish that is, but it's medium-sized, and there is one that is available to this chunk of the world that we need. I think it's a little late for it, though, but we'll see. 'Cause, I mean, at this point, I'm just killing time. Come on, little fishy fish. I got the big scary fish of the river. I'm not afraid of catching you. Still curious whether or not that fish we saw the other day was the snakehead or not, though. That might have been the Arapaima. I already have the dace. Let's get rid of that. That's just going to waste inventory space. Not worth many bells. Not worth my time. Still, we got stuff that we knocked off our collectibles list. That's exciting. We're slowly getting closer to more gold implements. And a metric crap ton of bells because those beetles we caught are worth a lot. If there's anything going on soon. We didn't check. Nothing important. No sightings of Crazy Red with his crazy deals. No signs of Gracie with her crazy clothes. Just nothing. Oh, the lighthouse. A place we only get to see the inside of once. But they make you hate it pretty quick. I'm betting that's a goby. Or this guy. Christian carp. Not worth the inventory space. I mean, I don't even need the bells at this point. I've paid off my house extensively. At this point, I'm just throwing money at the bank, but still, if I'm going to be around just collecting stuff for the sake of selling it, I might as well at least, you know, take advantage of stuff that's worth some bells. I don't think the pop-eyed goldfish is available right now. I think that doesn't come out until 9 AM. That's the case for most of the fish we still need. Small base. probably worth a little bit, but not much. Oop, the nested beetle. That's gonna be worth a lot. I mean, I've got an entire freaking basement full of things. That's gotta be worth something. Also, it sounds like I've got some kind of weird, bizarre giant beetle infection. Or, infection. Giant, like, pest swarm. My brain's not working properly. I'm not getting a lot of sleep lately. I just finished producing my biggest review ever. It's half a bloody hour. Ironically, talking about beetles. All things are circular, I guess. It all comes back to beetles. There's another one. And another one. Okay, I'll let you go. You get a free pass, beetle. I only have room for one more. Where, oh where, is our last very large bugaboo to be found? Not a drone beetle. I want a beetle that's worth something. I forgot how kind of weirdly stilted and kind of creepy the music for this hour is. It's clear I don't play this hour very much. Actually, it kind of reminds me vaguely of a song that plays in the old DOS game TIE Fighter. Specifically the theme that plays when literally nothing is going on and it's just random, like, MIDI harp strings being plucked. And it just comes across as kind of, like, desolate and creepy because there's just nothing going on. Now I want to play some TIE Fighter. But when do I not want to play TIE Fighter? That's like the best PC game ever made. Someday when I actually learn how to properly record PC footage, maybe I'll do a list of all the best PC games I've ever played. Then I'd have to think of more than, like, 2. 3. I can think of 3 PC games I really, really like. I'd make a list around, but that's not enough for a full list. Arbitrary numbers may be arbitrary, but they exist for a reason. Are we seeing any other beetles? One more spot. We can have one more friend that isn't a cockroach crawling around on my awesome garden. But where might this friend be? Where indeed? There he is. Awesome. Plus we have an entire freaking basement full of beetles at this point. I think we are set for bells for the next little while. You know, ignoring the 2.5 million I have in our bank. There's another one. Ah, it's a flat stag. Seriously, that looks the same as the giant one. Oh well. I think our inventory is kitted out to help our wallet for the next little while. And I guess that will be it for tonight. Like I said, I'm sorry this was kind of so late, but it was literally by the only reason we could actually catch that thing, and we kind of want to finish our lists if we can by the end of the year. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, follow the stream to know when we go live, because we do this every night, as well as other stuff across the week. Sometimes we do Pokemon stuff, sometimes we do first impression stuff when I have time, sometimes other stuff. You might also want to check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see over 1,200 videos at this point. And not just Animal Crossing, but pretty much every genre and everything you could imagine is on there. Seriously, there's something there for you. And I play a lot of weird games no one else has heard of, so there's always something interesting if nothing else. And if you really want to make my day, check out the show's PayPal or Patreon. Support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do what I do to the best of my ability. That being, fill basements full of bugs, really. Plus, you get yourself on the Discord where we can talk about awesome things like finding the giant bug of destiny and then catching the giant awesome fish of complete coincidence. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Peace out, Internet.